7 things that I will never try to scrimp out on again. Having learned the hard way. Number 1, accelerating knowledge. We love glamorizing effortless success, but success is never effortless. People don't accidentally fall into being successful. It takes work to be good and a lot of work to be great. And the people who tell you otherwise aren't telling you the full truth. Success, whether it's your finances, your business, your relationship, it's take investing time and it's take investing money. People think that I'm just good with money because I work in accounting and finance for nearly a decade. And so it's just come naturally to me, but that isn't the case. It's require a lot of work, and I still spend so much time and effort and money to keep learning from other people. And to learn from other people and to keep getting better. I truly believe very few people are naturally good at some things. They have they have dedicated a lot of time to getting good at that thing. And by spending money to tap into the expertise of someone who knows more than you, it's just accelerating your growth. If you want to learn Spanish, get some books from library, download an app. If that doesn't work, pay for a tutor. If you want to learn how to cook, spend some money on cooking classes. 2 years from now, you won't remember the money, but you will love having the skill of being able to make amazing food anywhere, anytime. Some people laugh at this idea of paying for self-improvement because you can learn things for free on the internet. But when you realize that it's the same people who haven't done the thing that they said they would, it starts to make sense. There is nothing wrong with wanting to pay to improve yourself. Number 2, milestone memories. This is one that I've learned the importance of with time. I never really thought much of it in my 20s. I celebrated my birthday a few weeks ago, and it was first time I'm celebrating it in a very long, nearly 9 years. And I did it because I realized I don't really have many milestone memories. I'm not really someone who takes the time out of celebrating things, so I did something small this year, and I'm so glad I just made the effort and spent a bit of money to do it properly, because now I will remember it. It's another milestone memory in my life. And there is this and there is this blog post that I came across from more to that and explain. This is a bit more detailed in relationship, weddings, and why having a wedding makes sense. People often think of weddings as a huge waste of money, but this blog who wrote the article talks about how it's probably the only time in your life where you have everyone you care about in one place. Your wedding is like a huge IPO, and the return on investment is a huge amount of time and love from everyone you care about. All in one day. It's a unique, irrepressible moment, and it symbolizes so much. It symbolizes so much more than just spending money on a day. And I realize it's this key moment that I'm happy to spend the extra money on, because it's these memories that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And it's not just for birthdays or wedding. It could be a graduation, a family reunion, or any event that marks as a significant memory in your life. It's not about being responsible with money and needing to spend a huge amount. It's about understanding the value of creating lasting memories and to fully embrace them. Even if it means spending a bit extra, ultimately the memories you create will be worth for more than the money you spend. Number 3, the golden triangle of health. Sleep, nutrition, movement. These 3 are probably the most impactful solution for all areas of your life. It helps your emotional health, your physical health, your personal self-esteem, confidence, your work, and finances. Relationships improve every area of your life, but for so many of us, spending money on these 3 things is underrated, and we often neglect it because there is a lag between spending money on it and seeing any return. So it's hard to incentivize yourself to spend. But when you do realize that it can make a world of difference to your well-being, so to your focus and your productivity, you realize that it is not worth scrimping and saving on if you don't have the most amount of money right now. Prioritize this aspect of your health can lead to better performance, which leads to better output. Number 4, tools that have diminishing return. It's funny how things change when you are starting out on doing something new. I remember when I kicked off my channel, it was bare bones setup, me and my iPhone and USD20 mic. That was it. I was all in, learning the ropes, figuring out what, and honest, just enjoying the process of creating something from scratch with a mic and my iPhone. But it's come to a point where your growth with the tool that you first bought will start diminishing, and the same tool that you got from a point A to a point B ain't always the one that will carry you from point B to point C. As my channel began to grow, I realized that my iPhone and my budget mic wasn't going to cut it anymore, and I needed to step up my game. I invested in better audio, in better camera. I literally bought a new light last week. At the start, it's easy to be a bit scrumpy as you are learning the lope, but after a while, expectations change, and as you grow, whether that is with a business, a hobby, or even just personal, you need change, and that toolkit needs to evolve with you. Sometimes that means spending a bit more money to get the right tool for the job. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. It might seem like a little bit more than you want to eat at first, but the returns you'll see in the quality of your work, in your growth, in your confidence will be worth even paying. Number 5, safety and security. When I find myself contemplating whether to spend on aspects related to safety and security, I visualize myself in a situation where something goes wrong, and I pause and let myself truly feel the potential consequences of the scenarios. That exercise alone helped me assessing whether that extra amount of money is worth spending. For instance, imagine you are getting married in a few months. You might consider skipping weddings, insurance to save money. But what if unforeseen circumstances lead to your wedding getting cancelled or postponed? Without insurance, you'll be left 10 of thousands down, and in such situation, an extra 200 investment a day would seem like wise decision similar. If you have sentimental jewelry that you value, but you never were spending a bit money to get it tucked away in a safe deposit box, that costs a few hundreds a year. Might seem like unnecessary expense, but it's if you think about the potential loss of those items, or if they get stolen, that cost of that deposit box suddenly feels very justifiable. My advice, based on personal experience and reflection, is always allocate a bit more of safety and security if nothing else is offered. Peace of mind, which is itself is priceless. Number 6, hiring professional. Hiring professional in their respective field, whether it is trainer, a lawyer, a dermatologist, is something I found to be incredibly valuable and not worth scrimping on. When I started this online business, I thought I could handle a lot of legal paperwork myself, having no expertise in law, and I soon realized that without proper knowledge and experience, I was missing out on opportunities to optimize the business. When I got a proper lawyer involved, based on his experience and seeing so many of the same transactions, he would point out small things that I should have been charging on that I was just giving away for free, and this more than made up on the cost that I was paying for. The same thing happened with the 1-hour call with a tax advisor. I paid equivalent of about 300 USD for an hour worth of advice that saved me almost 40 $100 in taxes. Professionals have the knowledge and experience that you can't replicate. With a few online Twitter or books, an automatic save you so much time and money in a long run. Number 7, retirement saving. When it comes to retirement saving, it's one area where scrimping and saving can work against you. Planning for retirement is about investing in your future self. You are essentially setting aside resources now to ensure the comfort later on in life. And it might seem like a long way off, especially when you are young and retirement feels like distant reality. But the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. You might be thinking, I've got plenty of time to start saving for retirement. And if so, you might be tempted to instead spending that extra money on immediate pressure instead. But every pound of dollar saving and investment, it worth so much in future thanks to the power of compounding. And I've made a whole video right here if you don't understand the power of compounding can do for you. See this as a way of paying yourself first. That is the biggest mindset shift you can make when it's come to save up for your retirement. So those are 7 things that I've stopped scrimping out on. If there are other things that you have scrimped and saved on and you regret it, let me know in the comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, you would also like the other video below. Thanks. Please don't forget to subscribe.